So first and foremost, I'm a blind musician, I guess, as far as work goes. Since I was 6, I have been effectively totally blind, although until I was 10 I had a bit of light perception. But until 6 I had some usable vision, and I have some wonderful visual memories of mostly nature. I remember seeing a flock of geese coming over our driveway. I was outside playing and hearing the geese honking and looking up and seeing this big black V of birds against the sky and thinking how cool that was. It's not about what you don't have, it's about what you do have. And it's hard for people to understand because sight is precious. If you have it and you even think about losing it, I have learned that in some people's minds, it's about one step away from being dead. What it's really about is that people fear what they don't know. And we know about being blind. I've known about being blind all my life, and I've known about all the blessings that have come from it. I've known about all the hardships that have come with it, and all the wonderful things I've been able to do in spite of it or because of it. So I ended up going to a program at the University of Pennsylvania where they were training people with all types of disabilities to learn how to program computers in a business environment. And one of my classmates, Dan, he was quadriplegic, and he typed the same stuff that I typed with my fingers. He typed with a stick in his mouth, and he did the same assignments that we all did. A lot of blind people will tell you, or anybody with this disability, if they're well adjusted and they're doing their thing and they're just going about their business, again, somebody comes out of nowhere and somebody says, "I think you're amazing." And I thank people for saying that, because it's their intentions are so good, right? And who doesn't want to hear that? But I'm sitting there and Dan says to me, all right, whew. I'm getting a little emotional about this one. So yeah, Dan says to me, okay, give me a minute. He says, "Bill, can you come over here and brush the hair out of my face?" And I say, "Sure." And I go over, I brush his hair, and he says, "Thanks." And I sit down and I say, you know what I said? "This guy is amazing." And he was. But in his mind, he was just doing his thing. So that taught me how that works, because I did the same thing to a guy who was just trying to do what I do. It is about being human. And it starts with understanding that you will never understand fully how it is to be me, just like I will never understand fully how it is to be you. Everybody you meet knows something you do not know. And that's a humbling thought, right? But it's so true. You tell a story, the AI tries to convert it to an image. So I thought about a story I'd like to tell. Okay, so I was 12 years old. We were at summer camp, Beacon Lodge Camp for the Blind, and we would camp out for the night. And the campsite was across a little creek. We were walking across this footbridge, and I was holding on to this rail. It was a beautiful rail. Someone had taken like a sapling tree and taken all the bark off it. And I said, "I wonder what's on the other side of this bridge." And I went off the bridge into the water. And I'm sitting there, and all that mountain cold water was coming over me. But I almost didn't feel that, because I was trying to reconcile something in my mind. And so what I learned from that is that we can't totally trust our own perceptions of the world. Of course, we have to make judgments based on our perceptions. Of course we do. But we also have to be open to the possibility that, you know what? I could be completely wrong about this. I didn't recognize the full meaning of it, but I knew there was something there that was so true and so important for me to really think about and apply, if I could, to every other experience in my life.